We're in Stratmore, California, at Sergio's COE Heaven, and we're cutting the top on this 39 Oldsmobile. And this is day 2 of monkeying around with it. And, we did the cut and planning and everything yesterday, and started on the ugly cleanup and fitting of sleeves and that type of stuff. And I put up a album on most of the social media places with about 30 pictures, 30, 40 pictures, showing some of that stuff. And then there's a short video of us just loading the roof back on quickly, just to get an idea where we're at. And, we are hundreds of hours away from finish, but a lot of people get the impression that you can chop a top in a day, and you can cut it down, you can set it back on and put a couple of tacks on it. And yeah, it'll look like it's done, but it's not. There's a lot of ugly stuff. So we're here at Stratmore's. I'll show you some of the stuff that's ugly. Sergio's little place is an awesome guy for a car guy. Yeah, so yesterday a lot, and example here. And I'm going to do the same with the A-pillar. This is the A-pillar piece that I cut off. Fortunately for this one, it doesn't have any internal bracing, which would require us to open it up so we could do any internal bracing welding that's there. But what we'll do is we'll cut this down, and this picture's in that album. So I will cut it like roughly here and here so that this piece will fit here and here on the inside. And I'll do the same with the other areas until I have a sleeve that's about this long. And then we'll drill holes and spot weld them on both sides and then weld all the way around. And that makes sure to fit really well, but it also is stronger than when we started and welding. And that's, I won't do it any other way. And, we started with the B-pillar because we wanted to lay roof on it. I wanted something for the roof to land on. You can see too, we're monkeying around trying to see where the curves are going to work and where we have to do the cuts, and we have to modify this one a little bit sharper curve. We'll get to that a little bit later, but you can see how the sleeve works here, where it just fits right over it. Let me set this down, and this allows us to do 2 spot welds here and then a couple spot welds in all the way around like that. And the same on the other side when we put the sleeve in, we'll put one more screw here too. But there'll be 2 screws on either side in multiple location, and it'll make this junction extremely strong. And I don't want any issues in the future where this may fail in an accident or those type of things. So, and then you got to clean up around all the edges and everywhere you've done cuts. Later on, we're also going to have to cut that down to make sure that corner fits on the inside. But we'll cut it off, and that way we have full access to the inside of the. I'm dealing with the roof right now. And in order to have a good clean surface to work on, this is the ugly stuff. This is the tar paper stuff that they have on the roof, and it requires a little bit of heat and a little bit of scraper stuff to get it off. And then if you don't get all of it off, it boogers up your grinding stuff, so you can't grind it clean. But it's important in the areas that are mating, like over here, for example. It's got to be clean on both sides. We're also going to do a reinforcement of some sort on the inside to bridge this, and we have pieces from other cars that we can use, or we'll make the sheet metal profile to fit here and to bridge this gap right there. So a lot of those things are stuff that most people don't show in the videos or pictures, but there's a lot of time that is taken just on the cleanup and the grinding and making things clean and fit. And there's many times too where we get the roof and we put it on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, and that's where having the sleeves become really advantageous. And when you cut, and I talked about that yesterday, if you have a pillar that's on a sharp angle and you have a pillar straight up, that one affords into that one, it'll have a different result because of the angle of the pillar. And if you don't calculate that out correctly, you may make a mistake. Just gives you an opportunity to slide it up and down a little bit. And accurate, it gives you a little bit of a leeway. But most of all, be safe is the overall sense here. Also, a lot of people brace their cars up a lot, but you're a lot better off making sure, at least in my opinion, to set the car up so you have the right gaps, the doors are working the way they're supposed to, latching and hinges are all the way they're supposed to, the body's tightened down the way it needs to be, and then know exactly where your gaps are so that when you start putting the car back together, you preload it a little bit up, um, and tack it together. Because what I see a lot is people that they'll close the gap up. You're actually better off preloading it a little bit higher and have a slightly larger gap until you get all the glass and interior and motors and all the other stuff back in it. Uh, and just make sure that you're always square and equal distance. And measuring is a lot more important, give you a lot more flexibility. The other thing to think about too is body mounts. If you have bad body mounts, you want to take care of those first. Just like with getting the doors aligned and all that part of it functioning correctly. But anyway, just want to give you a little bit of hoot and hollering about the ugly side of the stuff that you need to do that takes a lot of hours that aren't really shown and are hard to show, and nobody really wants to look at it. So, and we got Sergio back there working diligently on the LS conversion on our old Vista. I stabbed the motor and trans in it, but I needed the expertise of Sergio, and has done quite a few LSs and brackets and do enjoy. And I am really excited. Hopefully, if everything goes well, we'll actually drive it onto the trailer and take it with us to Pomona for the swap meet. You better come and visit us there. I don't may be available if somebody hits me with the right dollar amount, but other than that, then I'll probably, if nobody hits it right, I'll just cruise it this summer because it is a cool car. 1972 old Vista Cruiser with a good little, what was it, 2003 Tahoe drivetrain that Jeff Givens sourced for me, which I'm really grateful for. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that a lot. Um, it had a tired engine and trash combo in it out of like a 305 out of a mid 80s car. And it was a total dog and smoking and giving us trouble. So this will do it better. So anyhow, and like I said before, it's a fabulous place that Sergio has there with tons of cool stuff to look at and old gas pumps and old cars and other happy stuff. So if you ever get a chance to come out there, look them up. The COE trucks and trucks on most social media and hang out with them. It is a cool place to be for a car guy. Anyway, you know what to do. Like, share, comment, hit the bell. It helps the channel out a lot more than you think. And it's a way to support us and give us an opportunity to do more videos for you. Anyway, love you all. Thanks for hanging with us here at Custommikes. See ya.